make me better. No more Bristol beef and Oxy with that letter. On to pain. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah.
Hello everyone, this is your boy Daniel Langston Evans, and if you are watching this video, you have already been selected and been reached out to be part of this new chapter in my life, with the podcast coming soon, Inside the Den. Just wanted to reach out to y'all, put something on file, so y'all can have something. Just making a midday run. Well, it actually is a midday run. My day starts a little early. Running a few errands, taking care of a couple of clients, doing some things that business owners do, public relations and things like that. And I'm just cruising. Just got off the interstate, 95 to be exact. And nothing particular, just had a thought. I do want to open up this platform for young men. And I want to do a certain special segment on the ladies and the women be in the future. But right now I want to focus on the men. A lot of views have changed in the last few months with the passing of George Floyd and the other people that lost their life in the Black Lives Matter movement. And one of the things I was thinking about, and maybe this could be a potential topic on the show, is I know a lot of people felt a lot of joy when they read the verdict for the guilty on all three charges for the George Floyd murder. So I know a lot of people was happy about the verdict, felt like justice had finally been served, felt like, things were starting to finally look different. But then some people wasn't so excited about it. Some people still reserved on some things, and I'm one of those people that's in reserve, because being being charged and being found guilty is only half the equation. The other half is he still has to be sentenced. And me as a black man feel like if the sentence is anything less than a 20-year sentence, then justice was not served. Second thing that comes to my mind, how can we assure that he's actually going to prison? Are they going to have cameras escorting him in and out and things like that? There's another part of me that says that even if he gets 100 years in prison, is that going to suffice the life that he took? Is that going to be adequate enough to suffice the life that he took? And then is this police officer a token white boy to take the fall for almost like this pacifier or this token to say that we finally got one now, shut up? Kind of the way some people feel that Obama was a token Negro to satisfy the black community, as to say that you finally got one black president now, we should not hear your mouth again and shut up. So was he a token white boy to take the heat for the countless amount of people that has been let go, and because it looks like everybody lined up to throw them under the bus? So what do you think about that? Was he a token white boy, or was justice finally served? Or are we still waiting to see with the sentencing? And then with the sentencing, if you don't go and make this a norm, if you don't go moving forward and charge the other people who have pending cases, if you don't take this and make this the new normal, then are you really changing things, or are you just pacifying the situation? Because the same day that they found him guilty on all 3 charges, somebody else got killed in the street, 16-year-old girl, on the same day. The difference was the police officer shot this young girl, I guess in the fog of war. And you'll hear me say that a whole lot, because that's some terms I use about the fog of war. The fog of war is, if you're in the military, you'll know what I'm talking about, but it's the area of activity where you lose sight of what's actually going on. Your ears are numb to the sound, and all you see is bodies running and trampling, and you don't know, you can't distinguish between the friend and the foe. That's where friendly fire comes in at, and you end up shooting somebody who's trying to help you, because your reality is chaotic, and all you can see is somebody coming towards you. You don't know if they come in to hurt you or to help you. And people get shot in the fog of war because their reality is altered. They don't know exactly what's going on. So in the fog of war, this officer shoots this girl, but he immediately, after he realized what he'd done, went to try to revive her, not giving him any cool points or trying to give him any accolades for trying to revive her after he pulled the trigger, but at least he tried to revive her. Now, George Floyd person didn't try to revive him, didn't mention no CPR. So are we doing things to change the way the police handle situations, or are we still sitting at the same position we was before? We will see. They have tried to appeal the verdict, saying that he didn't get a fair trial and all this kind of stuff. And as long as they uphold the law on this one, we can have some hope for the change for the future. But if they anyway try to wiggle themselves and try to change things and try to undo what they've done, or whatever, then we gonna have problems. As a community, we should not be so quick to get excited. Don't get so quick to be excited about him being found guilty. Hold your excitement or hold your joy until the sentencing comes. Hold your joy until the next one comes out and it's in the right favor. And then the next one. And then you start to implement change. And it's a Titanic now. The thing has been happening for a long time. It's a Titanic. And if anybody knows about the Titanic, a Titanic can't turn on a dime. It takes, first of all, for a Titanic to change directions, the Titanic has to shut off the engines. If it's going if it's going, 90, 100, 15, 20, 100 miles an hour, it has to shut off the engines to get it to slow down. Once the ship has slowed down to a slow enough speed, then it has to fire up the engines, and it has to turn in the opposite direction or in another direction, and then it has to full throttle in that other direction in order for it to change. That doesn't happen fast. The iceberg still hit it because they didn't have enough time to swing that big boat around and get it going in a direction. So it has to change. It has to turn a little bit at a time. So this process, it might have started here, but we have to build on this. And we have not to get fooled by the fool's goal of thinking that just because he was found guilty that it's over with, or just because he was found guilty that we done something, or just because he was found guilty we done made some change. We can't stop pushing. We can't stop fighting for what we believe in. We can't stop settling, you know what I'm saying? We have to keep doing what we know we have to do until the Titanic has completely turned and has went full throttle in the opposite direction. Then we can say we have made some change. Until then, we're just still on the sideline waiting to see what the next outcome is going to be. Just a little food for thought. Didn't want to preach to you too long. Just want to give you some insight of what type of conversations you're going to be having with me inside the den. And I'm inside the car right now, so it's an extension of my den. So I look forward to seeing you all on May 15th at 3 p.m. Catch me on this Inside the Den page on Facebook. Catch me Inside the Den on YouTube. And catch me on Twitch, Inside the Den Live. We're going to be doing this show, talking about some deep topics, some deep conversations, more intimate conversations, and you will see a more personal side of Daniel Lionston Evans. This is me. I'm here in the flesh. And I just wanted to drop that on y'all. If y'all get a chance to respond to it and see it, I appreciate y'all inbox me for comments and things, because we're going to be getting some feedback from the people and implementing that in our topic. So just wanted to see how y'all feel about that. Y'all hit me up, and we'll see y'all soon and let you know what's going on inside the den. Be blessed.